Doodlebud. I was pretty excited to check out this cool little pocket pen. This is a brand I've never heard of before. It goes by the name of Banju. It's on AliExpress. This was sent to me by 365 Days Stationery. They sent me a whole whack of pens here. And I was actually kind of excited to try this one out. Looks super cute. I don't know what the mood thing here is for. I do like my pocket pens. It kind of reminds me of the Kaweco Sport. This one has just a little bit of a different flair to it. A clip I've never seen before. Some little styling cues that reminds me of the back of my Shaper of PFM. I just thought that's a cute little pen. However, I've been using it for a bit and it has a fatal flaw, so I won't be using it. I'll tell you what that's all about, so let's just get started. So I busted out some of my other pocket pens just to give you an idea on the size. This is my Gravitas Pocket. This is the sweet little Banju, my Kaweco Sport standard one, Enso Pocket Puma, and then the Jinhao 82. So I like my pocket pens. I know this is wildly popular. For me, it's just too small, too light. I would probably like a Kaweco in either the aluminum or the brass. And so this is a metal body pen, so I was a little excited. And was like, yeah, I think, oh, this is coming off. I think I tightened it up too much and that came apart. Well, let's show you the parts of the pen. Well, it came apart. Oh, maybe I can do a swab in there too. But you can see how this comes apart. It has a unique clip to it as well. I've never seen a clip like that. I don't know if it's like my favorite design, but it is unique nonetheless. And there we go. The pen does write quite well. I'll tell you that much. I've been very happy with how it writes. The sizes, it's got kind of standard stuff, extra fine, fine, and medium. Cool kind of, I don't know, those pastel color. It kind of reminds me of like Easter colors. It also comes with this little converter as well. Little plungy style converter. So that's like all these nice little things. Super excited. Popped the pen out. Looked at it. I thought the build was, half decent. And then I went to do this and post it and write with it. But you can see it's just hanging on there by a thread. That's actually the firmest it's posted for me yet. If I put the cap here, I can just keep pushing down. It will not stay on. Like, how can you miss that when you're making a pocket pen? It has to post. It's too small otherwise. Well, my daughter is going to love this pen. She'll be the benefactor of this pen, and she thinks it's super cute. I've sewed it to her, so she wanted me to do this review so I can give it to her. It does write well, but yeah, like you have to put it on just the exact, there we go. I think I got it. And it will hang out there for a little bit, but then as you write with it, it'll just, like if you put any pressure anywhere near the cap, it comes loose. So, disappointed on that one. I just don't know. How did that happen? How do you miss making this pen post? See, it's already loose again. It just, it's similar size. Again, this could be a one-off. It could be just the pen I have. Maybe there's a little problem with the little liner that's in there or some of the parts, how it was manufactured. I don't know. But it just will not stay on. So you can see it's very, very close to a Kaweco Sport as far as size when it's posted. But see, this one goes on and it's on there. It's very, very secure. Even this, so the Gravitas, this is stainless steel. You would think that posting a stainless steel pen would be difficult, but it's on there. Like, that should be more difficult to do. But that's on there. It's not going anywhere. It's nice and secure, and it works just perfect. These, of course, these just slip on like any other pen. Don't need to get into that. The other one here, the Enso, this one threads on, so that definitely goes on. You have to be able to post your little teeny pocket pens. It's just the rule of the game when you make a little pen like this. So, very unfortunate. It even looks cool in the nib. I've never seen that design before. I don't know who Banju is, who makes them or whatever. If we can focus, we can get you a little detail. There it is there. So, yeah, I don't know much about this. Never heard of the brand before. But everything else, the build, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I got no issues with anything else with the pen, how it goes together. It's, it's close to the Kaweco Sport, but they got their own little design cues. The clip, I've never seen a clip like that, so I thought that was interesting. And it sort of works. It's not the best clip design. I think it's there to be kind of unique and stuff, but it does like go over top of stuff. It's not the best design, but it functions. I got the scale out, so I might as well tell you, it weighs what, 30 and a half grams. So nice little bit of weight to it. Oh, the battery's finally starting to run out there. I've had this thing forever and I'm finally getting the warning. So anyways, okay, I have to get a new battery. Yeah, I had high hopes for it, but I will write with it now. I don't know what else to really tell you about the pen. You can see what it looks like. It looks cute. There's all sorts of fun colors. I like this little feature. Like I said, the only pen I've seen that on is my Schaefer PFM, and I think it's a nice little detail. Yeah. No postie, no goodie. Let's write with it. Going to use this random book I found in a local Japanese store. They have a little stationery section. There's some details down there. I don't know what that says. Google Translate could probably tell you. But I've been overall impressed with these little books. I think they sell for like $3 or something like that. They're great for practicing your writing. It's not the highest quality paper, but it works quite well. And especially if you're maybe just practicing some stuff, they're cheap and large formats. So I'll use it on this. Let's see if I can get this to stay on there just enough. There we go. We got the Banju. And it's quite a nice writer. I mean, this is, I think this is the fine. I can't remember if this is the fine or the extra fine. Let me look. Doing the crude method of my loop in front of the camera here, and you can see at the end of the Banju there is an F. That's the fine. And yet the little detail on the nib, so at the bottom there, that would be like a little IC with the leads coming out. IC stands for integrated circuit. And you got like some little designs there with they remind me of traces on a circuit board. So I don't know what the significance of that is. And this, of course, is their pocket pen. And the cap already has kind of wiggled and will just kind of fall off. So we'll try to gingerly put it back on there. The ink I am using is some Mont Blanc. And it is lavender purple. That's right. I said lavender. So the nib itself is, it's a nice little fine nib. It's quite a fine. I'd say more like a Western extra fine. Not overly wet, but good for, notes, cheap paper. I've quite enjoyed how it writes when I can get the little cap to fit on there. You have to put it on just so. But yeah, there we go. I don't know what else I'm going to talk much about this pen, because really, without it posting in a reasonable way, you're just not going to use this thing. I thought since that came apart earlier in the video, I'd have a closer look. So it is interesting, just the construction overall. So you have a very thin wall, brass body on the outside. So you can see the brass down in there. And then this is an aluminum insert, right? So just a little threaded piece of tube goes in there. You have the same thing here. So you have like an aluminum core. And you won't be able to see it on the lens here, but under magnification, so the outer body is brass, very, very thin. I could see where the paint just came off a little bit. I did it on purpose just so I can get down to the base metal, and I can see brass underneath there. So that's quite interesting. I guess it's a mix of the two. Curious why you wouldn't do the whole thing aluminum. You want to sleeve it like that, but that is quite interesting. So that's where we'll leave it. I don't know what else to say. I just hope the folks over there at Banju who makes this pen maybe catches this video, and I would say to them, you got a cool little pen, you got to make it do this securely. It is an absolute shame because it writes well, it looks cool, we all like pocket pens, but they're too small like that, you see? You just got to make it do this, like all the other pens back there. Anyways, see, even look at that. Look at the threads. Just zip. Like, good job on the threads even. It's just over one turn. 1 and like 1/8 of a turn. All sorts of cool stuff. Well, that was a bit of a shame. Hopefully it does get fixed in due time. Thanks again to 365 Day Stationery for sending me this to review. I'll have a link down there below. Check out their store. You might want to check out some of their other pens they have. I got a bunch more stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe, comments, likes. You know the deal. Catch you next time.